Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Auntie Karen's Storytime. My name is Miss Harmony, and I'm so happy you're here. Today's story is a classic, first told more than 100 years ago. It's about a curious little rabbit, some crunchy vegetables, and one very big adventure. This is The Tale of Peter Rabbit, written by Beatrix Potter. Are you ready? Let's begin. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits, Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother in a cozy home beneath the root of a big fir tree. One morning, their mother said, "Now, my dears, you may go into the fields or down the lane, but don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there. He was put in a pie by Mrs. McGregor." Then she took her basket and umbrella and went out. She walked through the woods and went to the baker's. She bought a loaf of brown bread and 5 sweet currant buns. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, went down the lane to pick blackberries. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight to Mr. McGregor's garden. He squeezed under the gate. First, Peter ate some lettuce, then some French beans, and then some radishes. But soon his tummy felt a little sick, so he went to look for some parsley. Around the corner, who should he meet? Mr. McGregor. He was planting cabbages. But when he saw Peter, he jumped up and shouted, "Stop, thief!" Peter was so scared, he ran all over the garden. He forgot how to get out. He lost one shoe in the cabbages and the other among the potatoes. Then he ran on all 4 paws, faster and faster, until he ran into a gooseberry net. The buttons on his new blue jacket got stuck. Peter began to cry. Some friendly sparrows flew to him and said, "You can do it, Peter. Wiggle free." Just then, Mr. McGregor came with a big sieve, but Peter slipped out of his jacket just in time. He ran into the tool shed and jumped into a can. It would have been a perfect hiding spot, except it was full of water. Mr. McGregor looked under every flower pot, trying to find Peter. Suddenly, Peter sneezed. Kerchoo! Mr. McGregor spotted him. Peter jumped out a tiny window. Crash! He knocked over 3 plants, but Mr. McGregor couldn't fit through the small space. Peter sat down to rest. He was soaking wet, shaking, and completely lost, going lippity-lippity. Not very fast. He found a door in a wall, but it was locked. An old mouse ran by carrying peas. Peter asked for help, but she had a pea in her mouth and couldn't answer. Peter began to cry again. Then he came to a pond where Mr. McGregor filled his watering cans. A white cat was staring at some goldfish. She sat very, very still. Peter tiptoed away. He remembered what his cousin Benjamin said about cats. Then he heard a scratch, scritch, scritch. He hid under the bushes, but nothing happened. So he climbed on a wheelbarrow to peek out. There was Mr. McGregor, his back turned, and beyond him, the gate. Peter hopped down very quietly and ran as fast as he could, past the currant bushes, down the path. Mr. McGregor saw him, but Peter didn't stop. He slipped under the gate and ran into the woods. He was safe. Mr. McGregor picked up Peter's jacket and shoes and hung them on a scarecrow to frighten the birds. Peter never stopped running until he got home to the big fir tree. He flopped down on the soft sand, completely out of breath. His mother was cooking. She looked at Peter and asked, "Where are your clothes?" It was the second jacket and pair of shoes he had lost in 2 weeks. That evening, Peter didn't feel very well. His mother put him to bed and gave him some chamomile tea. 1 spoonful at bedtime, she said. But Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who had behaved themselves, had bread and milk and blackberries for supper. The end. Thank you for joining us for Auntie Karen's Storytime. Peter's adventure reminds us that listening, even when it's hard, can keep us safe. And every new day is a chance to learn and grow. If you like this story, tell a friend, a teacher, or someone you love. And come back next week for more stories that make you smile, think, and dream. Until then, keep reading, keep growing, and keep being brilliant. Don't forget to tell your grown-up to hit subscribe so you never miss Storytime at Auntie Karen's place.